Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. Today is Friday, and on Fridays I do my cover challenge where I basically ask you to show me some of your best covers related to some theme that I come up with every week. I come up with a new theme every week, and I try to get you to show just different books from your collection. For me, it's a way of searching through my collection and finding kind of cool books. And last week's theme, it was about foreign comics. And I always do like a little poll at the end where I ask, oh, which of these comics, or in the case of the foreign ones, which country did you think had the best, comic? And the one that won from the poll was this one from Canada. This is one of the Canadian Whites, and this was Whiz Comics, Volume 3, Number 6. It's just a great, really interesting good girl art cover for Whiz Comics and Shazam or Captain Marvel. You just don't see it, so it's kind of a cool book. I think this is why it won. So really great that Canada won. A little bit of Canada pride there. So this week's theme is going to be crossovers. So what I mean by that is when characters that are not usually associated with each other kind of meet in a comic book. So there's some really great ones that I actually was thinking of bringing, but I ended up, with the ones that I brought. A good example is like Spawn Batman. That was a kind of a cool crossover. But I brought some others. First on my list, and this is like, to me, this is not as big as some of the later ones. I kind of like the more extreme crossovers where it's just like, what were they thinking almost? But this one is kind of a cool crossover. It's when Spider-Man crosses over to the X-Men. So this is X-Men number 35, and it's like kind of the first crossover for Spider-Man into the X-Men. So this is what I mean by crossovers, where you get some character that normally you don't associate with other characters, and they meet up in some comic. This one is, I kind of want it to be more extreme, where it's like maybe even like DC, Marvel kind of situation, or some kind of really interesting ones. That's why this is lower on the list. But it is a great cover anyways. I like Spider-Man. I like the X-Men. So, that's number 10 on my list. This one is another Spider-Man related crossover. But this is Howard the Duck number 1. And it's a crossover between Howard the Duck and Spider-Man. So I'm a big Howard the Duck fan. He was the one that got me into collecting comics. I actually love this cover as well because it's almost got like a Conan the Barbarian look to it, and it's a cool crossover as well with Spider-Man. It's just like, I thought when I saw this as a kid, I was like, oh, why is Spider-Man in this book with a duck? I just thought it was really interesting. So Howard the Duck number 1. That's number 9 on my list. Now we're going to get into a little bit more extreme. This is what I'm talking about. More extreme kind of, why do they have these kind of weird crossovers? This is Marvel Holiday Special. And it's not obvious when you see this book what the crossover is until you look at the back of the book. So this is, all of the Marvel characters. You got like the Wolverine and Captain America, Thor, the Punisher, all just all their characters. But that's not the crossover. That's not the crossover that's happening. Even you got the X-Men and Spider-Man again. But that's not the crossover I'm talking about. The crossover is with Santa Claus. Isn't that great? Like, what were they thinking? It's just kind of a holiday, but it is a holiday special. And, Santa is revealed to be a mutant. So that's kind of cool. And you even got the Fantastic Four on the back as well. So just a really great crossover between some, Marvel characters and Santa Claus. And you even have a reindeer as well. So reindeer crossover as well. So just a really cool comic. That's number 8 on my list. Now, I think there's some really funny crossovers that Marvel has done and where they've gone into other publishers. And this is a good example of that, where we get Archie. Archie had some really great crossovers, and I'm going to show a bunch of Archie in this one because Archie has some of the best crossovers. So this is Archie meets the Punisher. And it's almost like he's like the chaperone or something. But he's maybe a little overdoing the chaperone thing. Just a really cool thing where you got the school dance and the Punisher is the chaperone. And you got a nice little Archie on the back. You got the Archie Punisher logo. I think that's just really cool. So this is Archie meets the Punisher, number 1. And some more Archie crossovers. This is number 6 on my list. This is Archie meets Kiss. And it's kind of cool because it's like almost like they're zombies or something, and you got Kiss in the background. So just an interesting book. Actually, there's a Howard the Duck where there's a Howard the Duck crossover with Kiss. And actually, Howard the Duck was where Kiss made their first appearance. So little trivia goes with this one. But this is Archie 629, Archie meets Kiss. And one more Archie crossover. Or actually, I got 2 more Archie crossovers. This is Archie versus the Predator. What an odd combination. So this is number 5 on my list, Archie meets the Predator. And it's just they're doing all like the Archie kind of cute swimsuit stuff. And then you got the Predator in the background. I just think that's hilarious. And there's some really great covers for Archie meets the Predator, where the variant covers that are quite good. There's an homage that they did to House of Secrets 92 that's just brilliant. It's just, just a really great homage. So, but this is Archie versus the Predator, number 1. So, and then one more Archie cover. And I just love this one too. I love when Archie does these crossovers because they just have fun with it. This is Archie meets Red Sonja and Vampirella. So this is actually a double crossover. So you got the crossover with Vampirella and Red Sonja, but you also get the crossover between them and Archie. So, and it's a really great swimsuit cover. They're all just having fun surfing. I just think it's a really interesting one. So this is Red Sonja, Vampirella, and meets Betty and Veronica. Okay, so that's and number 1. So Dan Parent cover. Just a really great one. Now we're getting into my top favorite ones. And the next one I'm going to show is a really interesting crossover. This is actually a big key issue. It's a crossover, and it's just a weird crossover. It's Superman. DC Comics presents Superman and the Masters of the Universe. So this is the first appearance of the Masters of the Universe, but it's just such a weird crossover. Superman versus He-Man. Just a kind of interesting book. So I'm not sure what they were thinking, but a really interesting way of introducing He-Man to comics. So this is DC Comics Presents number 47. First crossover and first appearance of He-Man. Okay, so next one, actually, I'm going to save that one for last, is another Vampirella book. And it's just a really interesting crossover because it's an homage crossover. It's like, this is Vampirella Dark Powers, number 1. This is like the variant cover, but it's an homage to Spider-Man, number 1. But it's just a really great cover because it's got, Vampirella, being the Spider-Man, but it's also got a crossover thing where we got all these Golden Age characters, like Fighting Yank, Black Terror, I forgot his name. I'm trying to remember his name. And I'm not sure who she is because it's just the back of her. I'm not sure who's that character. But just a really great crossover with Vampirella and some of these Golden Age characters where they've sort of brought them back into Dynamite. This is through Dynamite that they did these ones. So it's kind of cool. So Vampirella Dark Powers, number 1. And the number 1 book for me was Looney Tunes did a crossover with DC Comics, and they did some really amazing comics. This one is a bit controversial because somehow it came out at the wrong time. The Me Too movement came out, and then this book got Me Too'd. It's kind of funny. So this is Starfire number 6, and it's the cover with Pepe Le Pew. Now, normally Pepe Le Pew is kind of like a skunk that is always hitting on the girls, kind of, well, hitting on the, usually a cat that gets like paint on it or something like that, and looks like a skunk. And Pepe Le Pew is always hitting on them. And it does sort of this lovey-dovey thing and sort of stalks all these like poor innocent cats. And it's sort of like a romantic character. Well, normally he's the aggressor. In this case, it's Starfire. Starfire loves her cats. So she thinks that Pepe Le Pew is a cat, and she's just like trying to kiss Pepe Le Pew, which is kind of cute. So it's really interesting how Pepe Le Pew got canceled. It's sort of sad, but totally a misunderstood character. Pepe Le Pew is awesome. So yes, this is Starfire number 6. This is number 1 on my crossover list. So if you want to participate and show some of your crossover bests, what you can do is use the hashtag Friday comic covers, or cover challenge, I should say, Friday comic challenge, and hashtag crossover covers. Okay, so use those 2 hashtags in your title, and everybody can check out your videos, and we can all do this as a community. You can also leave a comment below with a link to your video, so people that are watching this video can go over and check out your video. So I recommend that we all check each other's videos out and participate in this thing. So I wanted to send a quick thank you to some of the people that have participated in the past. Black Box Silver and Bronze, he's participated. Epoch. What are some other channels? There's been a bunch of channels that have participated, and I want to thank them all. You guys know who you are in a way. Yeah, so thanks again. So please check out the other channels. Use the hashtag and check out all the videos there, because there's some really great ones where people have participated in the past and done some of the challenges. I definitely recommend you check those out. So again, thanks for watching. Check out the poll at the end, and give me your feedback, which one you thought was the best of the covers that I have shown. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.